Hey lovely people, welcome back again. I'm still on my retreat, still really excited to be here, and yeah, so I wanted to answer the question whether or not I miss work, because I have lots of people asking me that. I wanted to give you a little taste of the outdoors when I can, and to show you how beautiful the area is. But yeah, let's go talk about, it is windy, let's go talk about work and working when you have cancer, when you have a chronic disease. So let's go inside and have a chat. So I've had lots of people asking me whether I miss working and, you know, what is keeping me busy during the day. And trust me, I am very, very busy these days with treatment and with doing things that I have to do at a reduced energy capacity. That's sort of the right wording, maybe. At least I think it'll paint a picture. So whereas previously I was easily able to get up at, you know, 6 or 6:30 in the morning if I had to. There's gonna be some people in my immediate surrounding who's like, oh, I don't believe that. You stayed in bed a bit longer than that on most days. But you know, when I had to, when there's a deadline or something really important that needed to be done, I would get up super early in the morning. I would work throughout the day. I usually work through lunch, and then I'd have a quick dinner, and then I would potentially even continue working some more in the evening. And now, even if I could work, I wouldn't have the energy to do that anymore. This is not the time or the season of my life where, unfortunately, I am able to pull 16-hour days like I have in the past. So the short version of the answer to the question whether I miss work is yes, I miss work. I miss the work I was doing. I miss my colleagues. I miss everything around it. Like, I used to go to conferences, I used to give talks, and it's a huge part of my identity, of who I am as a person. I spend my entire life working towards this career that I've been building, and then right now it's just not there. I was raised to, you know, understand that I had to do well in school, get a good job, take care of myself. And since I was 18, I have worked. I have worked while going through university. At one point in university, I had about 5 jobs at one time. Now, of course, they were all part-time because, you know, nobody does 5 full-time jobs. Realistically, it's just not enough hours in a day. But I had a lot of different activities. I had a lot of jobs that I was engaged in. There was a lot of experience that I was building. And I loved it. I really did. And, you know, my most recent job was probably the one I loved the most. And it was during this time that, unfortunately, I was diagnosed. But when it comes to working when you are ill, or in fact not working, like in my case, you do miss that mental stimulation and the feeling of feeling normal, but also the social interaction. If you like your colleagues as much as I do, you know, they're also your friends, and so you just miss that. The way that I'm currently substituting that, or trying to, is actually by doing this vlog. This is an opportunity for me to be creative. This is an opportunity for me to, despite that I'm talking about my situation a lot, I actually am able to disconnect from it. And that's really weird. Even as I'm listening to myself say that, I'm not really sure how that works, but it does, and it helps make me feel better. It's nice that I get to spend some of my time, you know, editing videos. I'm still looking for maybe a better theme song. I need to at some point make an intro video for the channel. So there's lots of little things like that that keep me busy that I really, really am enjoying doing. I also have had a blog for many years, and you know, during recent years it's been a little bit neglected, and that's something I'm going to try and pick up again as well. So I am trying to do little things within my capacity and within my abilities, within my energy stores and whatnot. Now, some of the reasons I can't work at this time is because my job and treatment are just not compatible. That's the long and short of it. I go through 3 days of chemotherapy every 2 weeks. It wipes you out for, you know, potentially another couple of days. The days of chemo are really not days that you're, even if you feel amazing, which I would love to meet the person who feels amazing on chemo consistently. I mean, I feel amazing mentally, but physically it does take a bit of a toll, even on me, and I'm young. So you can only imagine people as they, you know, as they get older. Okay, I had a brain freeze there, and I actually wasn't sure where I was going anymore. But those few days of chemotherapy that are cyclical, they're very difficult to schedule regular work around. Even if you felt amazing, during chemo physically, the logistics of it, like you have to go to the hospital, you have to wait your turn, then someone comes and, you know, accesses your port, then sometimes that doesn't go right and that needs to be redone, you need to be re-pricked, or you need to do some gymnastics to try and get, you know, the blood flow to go, and then for the drugs to be hooked up, then your drugs get hooked up, then you sit there for a couple of hours. Like, yes, in theory, you could be working on your computer those for a few hours, but I very much doubt that it would be a good idea to do conference calls during that time, or, you know, even just relying on hospital internet is not going to be the way forward. Then that basically makes me doing my job very difficult. On top of that, things like side effects, like if I have cold-induced neuropathy in my hands from chemotherapy, then actually I've had some times that I was not able to type, even being indoors. And so if your job is mostly computer-based, which, you know, mine was quite heavily computer-based on a day-to-day, then that's kind of out. And so you end up racking up too many sick days and you end up delaying the work that needs to be done. And it's more disruptive to you know, in this case, my team. On top of that, I'm still trying to figure out what, you know, the future holds, and I'm still trying to figure out what my treatment options are. And right now, I need to do something that I've never done before, and that is to prioritize my health. And that, honestly, it's gonna sound weird, but that's difficult enough. But I get to do other things and I get to explore other projects. And so that's the positive angle of it. So yes, I have lost something for now, but I have gained something else. And for that, I am really, really grateful and really happy about. If you are going through a similar experience and, you know, maybe you have a different kind of cancer, or maybe you have to keep working for whatever reason, then my, you know, my tip would be to really have a very honest conversation about everything that you're going through, all of the side effects you're experiencing, what your treatment looks like, so that the company you work for really understands the challenges that are already on you, and maybe what they can do to offer support is to either be flexible with your hours, allow you to work from home more. You know, there's a lot of things like that that can really make a difference in terms of being able to stay active in the workforce. If you haven't thought of this yet, also consider looking at whether your home, I was gonna say home insurance, that's not the one, whether your mortgage has a critical illness insurance policy attached to it. If it does, you may be eligible for some a payout or income replacement or anything like that that would financially help if you have to continue working because of finances. So there are different avenues. Maybe your employer has a critical illness insurance policy. That's something for you to look into as well. Maybe you can work part-time. Again, if you're able to work from home or work in a more flexible capacity, then maybe you can continue working. And I've seen lots of people who are going through cancer, you know, posting on Instagram and whatnot, and conversations come up, and some of them are working, or some of them are working full-time. And I think that's fantastic. If that's a possibility for you and you want to, then that's amazing, because it's 8 hours of the day where you probably get to just feel normal and like your old self, and that's worth a lot. So that's also something, I guess, that's part of that missing for me, where, you know, it's a daily reminder that this is going on when you don't get to go to work. But instead of being sad about that, I'm embracing it, and I'm thinking, I'm gonna make the best of this, and I'm going to find other things. First of all, the first priority is always, you know, thinking about my treatment. I'm still looking for a second, third, or fourth opinion as far as what my options are. So if you know a fantastic oncologist who specializes in GI cancers, hit me up with some tips. I'm honestly willing to go anywhere. But yeah, so there we are. I do miss work. I'm trying to find other things that give me similar feeling, a similar feeling that I got from working and that I got from building my career, and I'm trying to build something new. And with something new, I mean this. And so this has kind of become like a small, very, very small, occasional part-time little job that doesn't pay, but you know, it's just money anyways. Yeah, and it's fun, and it keeps me going. So thank you for watching. Thank you so much. If you like the videos, please give them a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't yet and you'd like to see more. I'd love to see you back, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.